Please do not listen to this podcast while driving a car or a bus. Only listen when you can focus on your well-being and personal growth. Hey everybody, welcome to Got It by Bob. I'm your host, Bob. Every week I will select one non-sexual fantasy submitted by our fans, and I will bring that fantasy to life in the form of a guided meditation. If you would like to submit your fantasy for consideration, please visit our website at guidedbybob.com. Click on the fantasy submission link. If your fantasy is chosen, you will win a free Guided by Bob t-shirt and a snack of your choice. For this first series of episodes, I will only be doing one meditation. Moving forward, sometimes we will have guests on the show. For those episodes, there will be one meditation by me and one meditation by somebody who is not me. What time is it? It's snack time. Today's snack is Snyder's gluten-free pretzel twist. Today's beverage is Old Centennial orange cream soda. Both are delicious. Please send us your snack recommendations. We are always on the lookout for new, delicious snacks. As always, we will donate a portion of our proceeds to Project Lyme. Project Lyme is a nonprofit organization that funds research and education for Lyme disease. For more information on how you can help, please visit projectlyme.org. And that's all there is to it. I'm gonna make my way over to the Patent Lounge to start today's meditation. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Guided by Bob Podcast for all of your latest Guided by Bob news and updates. Hey friends, welcome to the Patent Lounge. Please take a deep breath and leave your worries outside. As always, these meditations are for entertainment purposes only and should never be taken seriously, no matter how lifelike they may seem. Today's fantasy is brought to you by Eddie from Dallas, Texas. Eddie writes, "Dear Bob, I just started listening to your podcast. You're a strange bird. You remind me of my always stoned Uncle Gus. Anyway, my fantasy is to go to Mars with my cat, Felix. I bought him a box of toys that has a ball that looks like each of the 9 planets. Mars is by far his favorite. I would like to show him the real deal. If you can make this fantasy come true, Felix would be stoked. And please pack some fancy feasts for our trip. Thanks, Bob. Eddie." Well, today is your lucky day, Eddie. Sit back, relax, and lend me your ears. Your fantasy starts now. You live in a high-rise apartment building in the middle of the city. You walk out onto the rooftop with your cat, Felix. You look down below. Everything seems so peaceful. The weather outside is nice. It's mostly cloudy. You look down at Felix and stroke his beautiful black and white fur. You say, "Fuck it, Felix. We're going to Mars." Felix makes a face like he doesn't know or care who you are. You squat down into a power pose and put your fist on top of the roof. You've seen Batman, or better yet, Superman, make this pose 1,000 times. How hard can it be to fly? The answer is not hard at all. And you blast off. You fly up with the power of 1,000 rockets. You pass some wispy cirrus cloud. You also pass some cumulonimbus clouds. You blast straight through the stratosphere. Felix looks at you. Felix is not impressed. You put your hand out in front of you for even more speed as you breach the final layer of the atmosphere and catapult yourself into outer space. The air feels perfect on your face. You tell Felix that you love him. Felix looks at you and says, "Nothing." You do a quick lap around the sun and start making your way back. You fly by Mercury. Then you fly by the planet that comes after Mercury. Then you pass over the Earth. It's blue and round, peaceful. You look ahead. Mars is within your sights. It's red and round, peaceful. You slow down your flight speed as you enter the atmosphere of the planet Mars. You land on your feet. The red rocks feel like brittle beneath your old, worn out Chuck Taylors. You look at Felix to make sure he survived the trip through space. He did. He looks at you and says, meow. You start to walk around to see the sights. But first, you go pee. You zip up your fly and scan the area ahead. First up, on your left is a big red mountain of dirt. On your right is a big, vast, open space. Not much at all. You put Felix down and let him wander about. He scratches at the surface of the planet, trying to figure out where the hell he is. You start to pan across the landscape when you see what appears to be a building of some kind in the distance. You look closer. It's a Walmart. This is disappointing. Then you realize that Felix is probably hungry. You wonder, does the Walmart on Mars sell cat food? There's only one way to find out. Felix jumps up on top of your shoulders and you start your journey down into the valley. You arrive in the parking lot of the Martian Walmart. You kick the red dirt off your Chuck Taylors onto the concrete. The parking lot is littered with flying saucers and other sport utility spacecrafts. It's pretty busy for a weekday. Felix jumps off of your shoulders and sachets his way through the front door. You say, Felix, don't go running off. You come into the building. The layout is oddly familiar. Very similar to your Walmart on planet Earth, except it's filled with Martians. The greeter is an older Martian. The greeter is an older Martian with big eyes and a mushy face. He looks at you and says, you grab one of the floating shopping carts. It has one shitty wheel, just like the ones back home. Felix comes running back, and he jumps on top of your cart. You're glad to see your friend. You peek down each aisle until you find the pet food. Bingo. All they have is dry kibble. No fancy feast. This will not do. Felix only eats fancy feasts. You look down the aisle and notice that there's a growing congregation of Martian employees and citizens who are looking your way. You see an employee restocking the bird feed nearby. You approach with caution. You say,
"Hello. I don't see any fancy feasts in your cat food section."
The Martian employee takes out his Beats earbuds and looks at you with his big ass eyes and says, and you say,
Could you repeat that last part?
and he says, you are not deterred by this slight communication barrier. You pull out your phone and find a picture of Fancy Feast and show it to the employee. He looks down at it, mumbles something under his breath, and shuffles off to the back of the store. You notice that there's American music playing over the store speakers. It's Tears for Fears, not the song about everybody ruling the world. It's the other one. You sing along, waiting for the employee to return. He finally does, with 2 cans of Fancy Feast. You walk slowly towards the self-checkout. Felix follows closely behind. You bob your head up and down and sing along.
Something happened, and I'm head over heels. I never find out until I'm head over heels.
The once busy Walmart all but seems deserted. You walk through the self-checkout and ring up your 2 cans of Fancy Feast. You put your items in the bag, and when you look up, without making a sound, all of the Martians have now surrounded you and Felix. It's super creepy. The greeter seems to be the leader of some sort. He steps forward and says, there's a long, uncomfortable silence as all of the Martians stare at you with their big-ass eyeballs. It's like the Illuminati scene from Eyes Wide Shut, except with Martians. And also, you're not in a mansion. You're in a fucking Walmart. Felix starts to whine a bit. He's hungry. You take out a can of Fancy Feast and open it. You put it on the floor. The Martians let out a collective gasp as Felix starts to feed. They mumble amongst each other and point at your furry feline friend. Several of the Martians step forward and take pictures and videos of Felix with their iPhones. It appears that he is somewhat of a star. Felix looks up from his bowl and sees the event that is taking place. He is not impressed. Felix hops up onto your shoulders and the crowd disperses. You walk out with your friend and the remaining can of cat food. You make your way to the end of the parking lot and step back onto the red dirt. You look down at Felix and say,
Let's go home, buddy.
You do another Superman squat. Put your knuckles on the red clay. Felix looks at you and says, you blast off and fly back into outer space.
That's all we have for today. Please tune in next week for a new episode. Until then, to all of my fellow Lyme warriors out there, and anyone who is struggling with chronic illness, I see you. I believe you. I believe in you. Be good.